actually medium demon difficulty. Medium demon. I just beat a medium demon. Yes! I beat a medium demon. Top 400 medium demon. Oh my god, I'm so scared to open this other copyable. I'm terrified. 4,297 plus. Oh my god. 9,003. Total attempt count? 13,300. That is my highest attempt count since Moment. Moment was like 15k about. And just going off of like progress on a level, no real old attempts, this is the most amount of attempts I've ever spent on a level. And it's a flat 300 too. I didn't even realize. That is a flat 300. What is with me and getting all these perfect numbers? Alright, Arctic Lights. Honestly, I don't even know why I played this. Like, it honestly felt like I just kind of woke up one day, I was like, I really need to go for a new harness, right? Because some guy I know in GDO, right, Jacob, just beat Renovant. And I'm like, if this guy, who had an easier harness than me just a couple months ago, can do a level this hard, I can do something a little harder than, you know, something harder than a tier 30, right? So I really did wake up one day and I was just like, I guess we're gonna play Arctic Lights. So I was thinking, I was like, what tier 31 should I do? Sync? Nah, that's not fair because I already have a bunch of progress on it. Cybernetic Crescent? Nah, that one's a little intimidating. How about one I've never thought about doing? I just started playing it a little bit, right? I got like a small run, their practice run. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should go for this. And then that was literally all I thought about doing for the next 4 days. It was so dumb. There was genuinely no reason I should have beaten this level. Not only as quickly as I did, I don't know how I did this in 4 days, especially considering Wave is one of my weaker skill sets, right? At this point, it looks like I'm Wave carried. If you look at my top 10, it's not even funny. I personally think that Wave is not one of my better skill sets, but I do think playing this helped a little bit with that. So that is nice. It's kind of surreal though. Me beating this means that after as long as I've been watching EVW since I was like a little kid, right? I finally have beaten something harder than he has, which is just insane because this is the guy I've been looking up to for most of my life in terms of like GD stuff. If it wasn't for him, I would not be where I'm at right now. So just to think about the fact that I now have a harness that is harder than his harness is crazy, honestly. In terms of the level, wasn't the biggest fan of it when I started playing it. I was just like, you know what, might as well just do a level, right? But the more I played it, I actually grew to like it, right? I like the song. It pairs pretty well with the level, you know, contributes to that cold atmosphere it's got going on, especially towards the beginning. I really like that part. The gameplay is definitely a little awkward. Oh my god, that 39 to 49 section is genuinely impossible. The spam at 35 sucks, I hate that. That one reverse portal click in that section was awkward as hell too. The 2% click also sucks, but that's one of those things where it's like, you do it enough times and it's so close to the start that it doesn't even really matter. And that last wave is honestly such a stress test because you're practicing it, right? And it doesn't feel that difficult, but then you get there from zero and it's just like, oh my goodness, because there's a couple of really hard clicks in that section. So you really got to control yourself when you're there. And I died there quite a bit. Playing from zero was really weird though, because I would get to the drop and I wouldn't even get nervous, but I would get really tense and that would kind of increase the further I got into the level. So it would be really hard to control myself trying to do these timings, right? I wouldn't say I actually got nervous until like the ending, and that ending I had a few deaths there because that ship is really hard, especially for someone who is young. Not the greatest with ship. I died to 92 once or twice, I'm not sure, but that was definitely a nerve death because that release is not that difficult. This one seems to be a bit divisive, but I would recommend it for sure. If you know what you're getting into, right? It's got some awkward clicks in it. It's Metalface gameplay. Just be wary of that. And if you are, I think you'll enjoy it as well. But yeah. That's about it, I guess.